I once made a video talking about being the third person to your thoughts, and I believe that's a very important thing to really try to realize, especially with everything that goes on in the world nowadays. We tend to sometimes stay inside our heads a lot more than we think. I'm guilty of this more than anybody. But realizing that your thoughts aren't you, it gives you this third person perspective like feeling once you look at it from that way. Once you realize that your thoughts don't define who you are, but are just like clouds that are just passing by on a clear day. So I wanted to go a little bit deeper and talk more about that concept, but in a more less formal tone. And to be quite fair, it's not an easy concept to do, but it definitely has its benefits, I would say. Be the third person to your thoughts. Be the person that mediates them. Your thoughts don't define who you are, because thoughts come in many different ways. They can be bad, they can be good, they can bring about happiness, they can bring about sadness, anger. They can evoke so much emotions, but at the end of the day, they aren't you. You're the one who controls what thoughts you allow to simmer and which ones you don't. I once learned that some of the thoughts that cross our minds, the ones that cause the most impact, are the ones we allow to let simmer. Because we could simply just choose to not let it do that. We could choose to let that thought flow past us and not cause the problems that it does. So definitely being the third person to your thoughts, imagining you being at the center of your mind and watching those thoughts pass you. Instead of reacting, you respond. If it's a thought that you don't like, acknowledge it, move on. And if it's one you like, entertain it for a bit. Because some of these thoughts are the reasons why we end up staying in our heads most of the time. And I'll be honest, we gain nothing from being in our heads all the time. There is no benefit to it. So be the third person to your thoughts. Be the mediator. And always remember that you aren't your thoughts.